Hello folks and welcome to Stellaris. Yes, I'm playing Stellaris. I know that historically speaking, I kind of suck at the game, but I want to try some new stuff. After all, 2.3 with Ancient Relics, the story pack has been released, and there have been quite a few changes to the game since I last played it, and I think that it's time to play the game, enjoy it, and know that, I might die along the way, but it's the journey that matters. I know it sounds really cheesy, but what I mean is that I've always played trying to go for galactic domination, and inevitably failed along the way. This time, I think, especially since the changes that were introduced with Megacorp, where instead of tiles, planets have districts, and you can have basically almost infinite population sizes on planets. I think what I'm going to go for is just a species that is going to play really tall, and thereby I will have to worry less about being invaded. Of course, we might fall behind on tech and stuff, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I think it'll be fun. We'll dig some archaeological sites, we'll learn the mysteries of the galaxy, and we'll enjoy the ride. Now you'll see here that the species that I've set up is the Belman Empire. I just randomly named that. It's not actually related to Belman. Belman is like a running joke in Sweden. It's supposed to be the Swedish person in the joke, where a Norwegian and a Swede and I think a Dane walk into a bar or something. Anyway, you'll see post-apocalyptic, mostly because I like that. Gives leader lifespan. Tomb worlds are just cool, so I'm going for that. Byzantine bureaucracy. I think the pop amenities usage decrease and housing usage decrease is kind of cool. We'll see if that comes in handy. It might actually be good, because then we can fit more pops per planet. We're going materialist for that research speed, and fanatic xenophobe, because yeah, we like other species and stuff, but do we though? Especially when we can get 20% pop growth speed. I mean, that is quite good. Of course, we're survivors. We are rapid breeders, which give us pop growth speed plus 10%, so 20 plus 10, 30% there. Deviants, given the ethics attraction, minus 15%, doesn't really matter if we're going to be playing tall. Agrarian, because we are not, we want to be as efficient as possible with the planets and areas that we do have. And sedentary, because we're not going to be moving much outside of our little zone. It should be said that in this new update, habitats are no longer tied to an ascension perk. Any species that gets the tech can actually produce habitats. So that's kind of cool. That has kind of changed, and I think we're definitely going to be using that to our advantage. Our species is going to really expand on habitats. Maybe we'll build some ring worlds, maybe a Dyson sphere in the future. Dyson spheres do still need the ascension perk though, but we'll see. I've always made the mistake of going for 1,000 stars. We're just going to go 400, I could go for 1,000, but that just makes for a really long game that I'm never gonna finish. A ring spiral elliptical. What? Wait, why does spiral only have 2? Oh, right, because it's a small system. Or yeah, you know what? Spiral is kind of cool. All right, everything else is set to normal here. We are just gonna have to hope that there is no threat to us here in the beginning. And also, I did set us to having a trinary system, because that tends to give, if I haven't really counted, but give us more planets in our starting system, which means we could potentially get loss of habitats. I think it's 1 habitat per planet, if I'm correct or not wrong. People who are better at Stellaris, do let me know in the comments. I did once play with this trinary setup, and I got the Worm in Waiting event, which gave me tomb worlds in all of my all of the starting planets on my starting system, which meant that I had like so many planets in the starting system, and it was glorious. Oh, great. We're in the corner of the galaxy. Perfect. That also means that we can probably capture... Well, see, this is the thing. I start getting greedy. I'm like, oh, we'll just go for this, and then suddenly I'm like, but there's no one here, so I might as well take that. But yeah, we'll scout this area over here. We're probably going to use this as a... I mean, I want to capture certain points so that I only have to have like 3 major defensive areas at most, maybe, and then we can like have a good hold on our territory. Nutritional plentitude. Yes, let's go. We have discovered foreign life on a nearby planet, or rather, star system. Oh, I've never played as Fanatic Xenophobe before, so it's kind of interesting. While far from intelligent, there's life out there, an inescapable reality, and a deeply unsettling prospect. Oh, I hadn't seen this. This would take... Right. Is that why? So any scientist can actually research these things, but the skill level now delays the amount of time that they can take to do it. Aha. We will adopt discovery, of course, because over here we have research reduction costs, we have research alternatives, survey speeds, and research station output. We're just getting through the exploration phase here. I think we're going to explore this northern area first, then I'll move south. I just need to make sure that I don't get too greedy. And also, if you have any tips, because everyone watching is probably better at Stellaris than I am, so if you have any tips, do let me know. I'd love to hear how to get better at this game. Because honestly, like, I don't consider myself to be a bad E4 player, or even a Hearts of Iron 4 player, or any of those games. Crusader Kings 2, I'm actually pretty decent, pretty good at it. But Stellaris, like, I'll expand, I'll feel good, and then suddenly some empire will just come in and destroy me. We are going to build our first colony ship to go to Regulus here, and colonize Regulus 2, which shall be called Renoburium, I think it was what we told it to... What I told it to name it? Ah, Extremophilia. So my scientist has found microorganisms thriving in a molten world. Ah, right, they produce gases. Aha, excellent. Terraforming gases, that is really useful for us for building tall. A small asteroid orbits this moon, okay, and a strategic resource was discovered. Volatile modes. Aha. Excellent. Tremendous amount of energy. Yeah, I like that. That's good. But why hasn't it shown up? I wonder. Okay, 2 things. Lots of things are happening. Also, in this playthrough, I've finally decided to actually read through the events because I think that really gives the depth of Stellaris, and I love sci-fi. Big fan, so this is kind of interesting. Let me read this. Aha, they have found remnants of a civilization that existed here for 7 million years ago. Oh, it's an archaeological site! That's really cool. That is really cool. Aha, okay, so it has to be within my empire for me to actually excavate it. Has this system been entirely excavated? I don't think so. Or, sorry, surveyed. Yes, Ronabirium shall be colonized. A great day for the Belman Empire. Genome mapping, really good for the pop growth speed, but oof, extra 20% food from farmers. I don't know. You know what? Pop growth speed first. Aha, so the crystal structures found on Ditram 2 here were in fact piles of nanites that have been deactivated. Disconcerting. I guess we'll go for ceramo metal armor. Wow, we are going fast here on Unity. I don't know if this is the normal speed or if I just haven't played in a while. But there we go, second part of the discovery tree there. Alright, let's go with bureaucratic complex here. Oh, we found these huge caverns with a bunch of black boxes from a civilization that perished to supposedly some natural disaster. And even though that's really cool, I kind of want you... Actually, you know what? We'll do that first. Research the project and system, then survey system. But we are going to assign you to come here afterwards and excavate the site. Oh, this does sound like a cool event chain. So, in this vault, all these black boxes turned out to be brain scans of this dead civilization that hopefully was trying to kind of, oh, if anyone comes along in the future, maybe they'll be able to activate us. We can let dead aliens lie, or we could download their neural patterns for safekeeping. Ooh. Well, what a question, right? You know what? Just for fun, let's keep this option open and see where this leads in the future. Oh, and look at that! We have discovered a new archaeological site just nearby. Apparently, the site has a difficulty of Hell Plus. A beautiful bubble. Picked up signs that a technological civilization may have been active on the planet, but has since gone extinct. We'll need to mount a surface expedition to learn more. Well, I think we'll do the easier one first. It's still difficult over here, but it's, you know, not Hell Plus. Impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of a Raichu. You know what? Yeah, I guess we will research that. Aha! It was an abandoned amusement park. Intriguing. Now, get on with your job and do the excavation over there, please. Okay, so these things here work with... It's like a siege timer on EU4. There's a chance of... Ooh, what happened? We got phase results. Result 4, roll 3. Difficulty adds a -2. Results 5 or less add 0 clues. So we got 0 clues. And there we go. Faith in science. Let's do it. We found a mummified corpse floating around, and probably from an ancient battle. Aha, chapter 1. So we've made a breakthrough in the first round of excavations here, and we've decoded lots of data that tells of the Gruner's military exploits, but also refers to a great fight with a bowel organism, which was some sort of plantoid species. Keep digging. Alright, our first colony has finished. That's glorious. We'll designate it as a colony first to make it balanced and have automation on. It also gives us pop growth speed plus 20%. Oh wow, this system is cool. It has a bunch of asteroid belts. I wonder if there used to be planets here, or if it's planned or something of the sort. Oh, turns out I was right. Right, in the new Wolf update, habitability actually is quite harsh. So if you have lower habitability, your pops will take a happiness and production malice. So you really have to think twice about colonizing, as far as I've understood. Oh, looks like our archaeological site has been finished. So the Gruner waged a war against the Baal, desiring the plentiful resources purportedly found on their planets. A set of system coordinates has been successfully extracted from one such record. Archaeologists are uploading the planet's location to our systems now. Begins the precursors, the Baal event chain. Ooh.
Situation log updated.
Very interesting. Turns out the coordinates are right here. Research the project. Oh, okay. So we've discovered like the planet is barren and dry, no signs of life, but we found basically remnants of the bodies of this former plantoid species, and a new excavation site is set up, which has a difficulty 3. It's kind of difficult, but we are of course going to excavate. Alright, I automated my colony, but I forgot to give it a stockpile, so here we create a stockpile for all of that. They're now building something, a city district. Fantastic. Alright, puzzling polygon. There's some objects floating around. We kind of got confused about, researched, and are still confused about. Ooh, another excavation site has been discovered over here. Robot debris floating around this military, or sorry, not military rock, but this asteroid here. Right, sectors are now basically automatically made, as far as I've understood. Especially, like, or not automatically, but the core sector is automatically made, and it's anything from 4 jumps from the planet that you set as the sector headquarters. However, that makes it kind of awkward. I kind of like the sector system going after actual, like, star clusters, because right now this happens, and I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Aha! It seems like the Grunur firebombed the planet 7 million years ago, probably during the war, and created a mass extinction event. Unfortunate. Oh wow, we're gonna gain 1,000 energy credits from this because we've discovered basically some ancient giant batteries on the planet. And we also gained some engineering research on the planet there. Alright, let's make this call Ancient Industrial World. I mean, we're gonna need a lot of consumer goods in order to survive here. Oh, what? Oh, I have 2 civilian industries on this planet? Since when? I don't remember doing that, but okay. Alright, we've finished the discovery branch. Let's go for technological ascendancy, which now gives us research speed and 1.5 times the normal rate of rare technologies. So, sounds pretty dope to me. During the excavations of the archaeology site on Hima 3A, an ancient but still functional laser grid was inadvertently triggered. The lasers are blocking the only path forward. Disabling them will be expensive, but finding an alternative route around the laser grid would take a lot of time. Of course, we'll disable it. Aha, we've discovered that the Baal used to be a hive mind, and that the individual specimens probably had lifespans of hundreds of years. They had pretty much a lot of organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware, biocomputers, and the ravages of time. Cool. A badly damaged military vessel bearing elaborate alien insignia circles Fangor 5. The ship has suffered a heavily incendiary attack, and we don't know what kind of weapons would probably have produced this, so we're going to examine the logs. Alright, Edaish here, you are going to be the edge of our empire on this border. Damn it, I clicked away some research event. It was minor though, so shouldn't matter. Habitable World Survey. Nah. We're xenophobes. We don't really care. Although we are materialists, so maybe. So apparently the ship that was destroyed in Fangor was destroyed by the Rubricator, and we went through a bunch of logs where the people were swearing before they died, but it did give us the location of where this super weapon is located. Of course, we must have it. Thankfully, the last known location of this device was over here. Oh, it's actually 2 jumps away. Interesting. Okay. Be some form of settlement covering a large portion of its surface. Tall pike towers visible all the way from space. Of course, we'll start digging. Oh, a relic world. Oh, that is cool. Of course, I'm gonna excavate this. It's a tile 23 size worlds, or 23 districts rather. It used to be one of those city worlds. I'm definitely gonna push my borders up here so that we can have that. Coordinates describing the location of another former Baal colony have been extracted from a shattered Grunur data crystal. Perhaps this planet will boast some some of the riches sought after by the bull's ancient enemies. To the next colony.
Situation log updated.
On an asteroid? Curious. I'm literally, this is it. I'm gonna push my borders up there. Milkor's vortex will be my other fortress star system there. It's just that I really want that relic world for myself. Ooh, okay, so their former planet seems to have been shattered at the time. Now, this is a Hell Plus difficulty thing over here, but we will excavate it anyway. Ah, dark matter. Glorious. Ah, people are disagreeing on how to proceed. Lose 3 clues, but do we even have any clues? I don't think so. I mean, no. Yeah, we're gonna be... It's gonna take a while. You know what? Let's change this back to colony and let's go for automation off. Expansion is nice. I always like expansion, especially that pop growth speed plus 10%. Let's adopt that. Alright, Milko's Vortex, you're now going to go to Starport. Apparently we could colonize it right now, but I want to research it first, excavate it, before we actually put any people down there. Aha! We found some information. Data fragments. The bowl apparently used to teach these, their saplings, or young ones, before they became part of the bigger hive mind, and suggests that they prize terrestrial landscaping and ecosystem management. And were also highly dependent on it for their survival. Intriguing. Ooh, okay. So yeah, we discovered that it was probably some species of rats that were infighting and used to own this planet, and they held this rubricator artifact in high regard, and thus, but they fought long and hard to keep it, but had to ultimately leave it as this world was being destroyed. Now, I have no idea where the artifact screen is. Maybe I'm just blind. But I've clicked through everything here. Maybe, oh, could it be a sub thing? One of these? It just feels odd. Ah, relics, there we go. So, we currently have the options okay, this is a planetary thing. We have 48 minor artifacts. We could do planetary or museum exhibits. But that's a decision on the planet. We could sell to private collectors, 500 energy credits for every minor artifact, or we could use it to proclaim superiority for 120 months xenophobe ethics attraction. So we destroy 2 artifacts for this. But we're not going to do any of that for now. I mean, I think we have no limit on how many we can store. Looks like Kleptomaniac rats. I don't know if it refers to the species that used to live there or some actual rats have been destroying equipment. But yeah, it's going to be delayed. This was something else? Oh no, right, that's the name of the actual chain of events. So we've discovered that the bowl used to originate on one single planet, and slowly, over time, they developed the ability to become hive minds. Or rather, a hive mind. So we were digging around, and we have discovered some records pertaining to a list of a bunch of artifacts and what they do. But we've also discovered the location of the Rubicon. However, it says that it's under, or right to the Empress Liliac ribbon under her snout swabs on the 4-legged box with the funny face, wherever that is. Curious. Finally, destroyers. Yes, please. Ooh, this is foreboding. A foul stench. So, the excavating team has discovered the source of the foul stench, and it is ill-boding. Closer to the center of the city are enormous piles of dried fecal matter and pools of corrosive bile that exude toxic levels of hydrogen sulfide, making protective equipment necessary to proceed further. The archaeologists could not identify the alien DNA in the fecal matter, but the piles contain partially digested hoarders. Whatever consumed these aliens swallowed them whole. Even more disconcerting is the discovery of a fresh pile. Yeah, that is actually really kind of scary. Ah, we got some Gruner data on how slow the bulls were to, or how easy it was to defeat them because they were so slow. Interesting. Ah, so we've found the Empress, in quotation marks, the Empress Motel. Maybe that's where the Rubricator is, so we'll see. I could have ended the episode already, like a long time ago. I thought about it, but I really want to know what happens. Alright, I'm going to build a colony ship to get us ready for actually going over here and taking the planet. Ah! We found the coordinates to a new bow colony. But first, let's actually do this. Ooh, we finally encountered maybe some other people. I'm not going to research them. I wonder, wait, how did we encounter them? Aha! They do have a space station. Alpha Menace. Ah, god damn, that's a tropical world. Size 22. I really hope... I mean, it does look to be already claimed, though. That's unfortunate. Because I was hoping to make this the outermost southern outpost, but I guess Pitham will work fine as a defense station. Whoa, whoa, okay. Faction founded. Faction founded. Faction founded. Talons from the Void. Strategic resource information. Oh. Abandoned gate. Oh, this is... Okay, I need to read this. Okay, we found an L gate over here. But that's not ours, of course. Alright, so... We found the Rubricator. It's an ingenious machine that can make endless copies of just about any artifact. And soon it is ours. Excellent. And then we are like, thankfully, we'll never know what attacked these people. So, we close this, and then there's this. Oh, okay, we found a Leviathan, but this Leviathan is basically a dragon. And this dragon must have been attracted to the riches of this world, all the hoarding that this civilization did in this planet, right? And so basically it's like Smog and the Lonely Mountain. Yeah. So, should we translate or engage invasive maneuvers? I think I'm going to try to translate her animal noises. You have been naughty ones. The Rubricator belongs to the Shard. Give back the Rubricator this instant. I don't know if it's me saying that to them, or them... you know, please don't hurt us. Her fangs, sizing up the ship's crew, and then recoils in disgust. Why, you look like a stomach ache and a half. No thank you, but if you ever have the audacity to return, Shard will pick her teeth with your bones. Yes, she will. Now leave before I get hungry. Oh. Right, the dragon is named Shard. I see. Battle stations. Oh no, she's gonna eat our scientists. And I think that... I wonder if this was the first one. Olive Maple. No, I think it was the second one we hired. But yeah, battle stations. Let's see what happens. Alright, it's become... oh, yeah. RIP. So, it's not that easy to just take a former relic world, it seems. And with that, I think we'll wrap up this episode. We'll see what happens if the Shard will ravage through the galaxy and destroy our empire, or if we will survive and maybe in the future come back with revenge in our hands. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips, don't forget to leave them down below. Leave a like if you haven't already. This has been GameGabster. I'll see you later. Farewell.